from Boulder, Colorado. Welcome Jan from Englewood, Florida. Welcome Dominic from Pittsburgh. Welcome Shauna from Hawaii. Love it. Aloha. Welcome Chris from Bentley Mortgage. Pat, long time, from Douglas Elliman, Locust Valley, my hometown area there. Kim from Fernandina Beach. We've got Scott and Caroline from Temecula, California, with Realty Executives. Welcome Harpreet. Excellent. We'll get started in just 2 minutes. In the meanwhile, feel free to post in the chat. Are you currently using AI to create content? Not at all. Once a week, every day. Let me know in the chat, how much content are you creating using AI? If you notice lately, social media is getting filled up with content getting created by AI. Good thing or bad thing, I'm not sure yet. But one thing for sure, we can all save a lot of time by creating content using AI. And today I'm going to show you at least 5 ways that you can save a lot of time and literally give you the prompts to create content. So I'm going to try to make your life super easy today. Creating content using AI doesn't have to be difficult. You have to know the right questions. And I'm going to literally give you the prompts to ask AI in order to generate these posts. So we'll be talking about creating listing posts, open houses, biggest mistake posts, all kinds of great posts that you can use using AI. What's good, Bill? Welcome. Bill is in the house from Jersey. Good to see you, Bill. Julia says, my entire life is run by AI these days. Dina says, I have to jump at 1:30. Yes, there will be a recording, Dina. I do all the recordings up on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. Excellent, excellent. Got a lot of people joining in, a lot of people on the call. We are going to kick it off in 1 minute. I'm excited for this. I put together a lot of great content for you all, a lot of really great prompts that you can use to create content. I'm going to be sharing some interesting stories. This weekend, I had an amazing opportunity to be around some really big content creators, like the kind of people that get millions and millions of views, the kind of people that are making millions and millions of dollars just for creating content. And my mind was blown. So I'm going to get to bring in some of that knowledge, some of that value for you all today. I'm excited about this. Let me make sure you can all see my screen, and we are going to get started. Share screen here. Perfect. Can you all see my screen right now? See the creating content using AI screen? Yep. Excellent. And I can hear, everybody can hear me good? Let's take off. Let's do this. I'm excited. So today's topic is creating content using AI. You are currently on the Friday Masterclass. This Friday Masterclass is for you. Like, this is literally a complimentary training that I put together every Friday. Feel free to invite your fellow agents, your offices, put this up on the big screen. Let's make it a watch party. You're going to learn today how to unlock the creativity that lives within AI, within ChatGPT. You're going to learn about some of the creativity that I have stirring in my brain when I'm thinking about all of you and thinking about how you can save time. And I just want to share with you, this weekend, I did a really big study of a lot of our clients, and it blew my mind. It really blew my mind, and I want you to take this in. Out of the clients that actually pay us and have signed up for our service to post on their social media, do work for them, I wanted to see, like, what are the problems that you are all running into? And so I analyzed 100 agents, just total random sample of 100 agents that are doing 5 deals or more per year. Right? Successful agents, maybe they're not crushing it, but they're making a good living. They're full-time agents. And I said, how many Google reviews do they have? How many Facebook followers do they have? How many Instagram followers do they have? How many YouTube subscribers? How many videos are they posting? And I was blown away. Let's see if you can all guess as I go through this. What do you think the average number of Google reviews was for 100 agents that are actually doing business, doing 5 deals or more? Average number of Google reviews, put it in the chat. What do you think it is? 10, 5, 18. It was under 7. Under 7, which means huge opportunity for any of you to get ahead of your competition. Facebook likes, Facebook followers. What do you think the average number was? Any guesses? 500, we see Julia. 1,050. Average number of Facebook followers, under 200. No wonder we're not getting engagement, right? We're under 200 connections. Average number of Instagram followers. Anybody have a good idea? 100. 50. 2. The average number was under 300. So a little bit better than Facebook. That was interesting. I would have thought Facebook would have been doing better. But no, Instagram, people are getting followers easier, but still under 300. That's not a lot of people, everybody, right? Average number of YouTube subscribers. Now, this one was mind-blowing. Anybody have a guess? What's the average number of YouTube subscribers for a realtor who's doing business? Like actually is doing this full time? 3, 2, 50. The average number was less than 1. It was 0.6. So literally 0, right? So we're getting our YouTube channel set up, but we're not getting subscribers and we're not posting. And the average number of videos on YouTube was less than 5. Okay? So I'm just sharing that so that you all, don't feel like, well, those are my numbers, Alex. Yeah, you're with everybody else. You're not really behind. Where can you be? You can be way ahead. You can be standing out amongst the competition, but you got to start creating some content and you have to start taking to the next level. Now, keep in mind, I got in a room with people that are getting millions of views, and I'm like, I'm not getting millions of views. Why is that? Well, some of the content I'm creating isn't good enough. It's not viral enough. So I'm in the same boat as you. Is like I'm in the influencer world. I'm looking at people doing millions of views, and I'm in the tens of thousands, the maybe 100,000 view on a crazy video, but that's about it, right? So great question. Robert says, how much of the business is coming from those media platforms? I was in a room with people that are doing millions of dollars from one platform, and they're in real estate. So that gave me a lot of inspiration on how to help all of you. So stay tuned. These are just some ideas today that I'm giving you on how to create content using AI. But the big message here is there's a lot of opportunity for you to stand out amongst your competition. And it's just the beginning, right? It's really just the beginning. So if you want to be part of these trainings, I sent out messages yesterday. I sent out messages today. A lot of people on the call. If you want to share it with your friends, they can text the word training to 516-400-4161. Feel free to take a picture of this, text it to any of your associates who you want them to join on these calls and get the training that you're getting. Sharing is caring. So feel free to text in if you want to be on the list, get on my YouTube subscriber list, get access to these complimentary trainings. This is the number to get in the door. Okay, this is the key to the door right here. Text training to 516-400-4161. I'm going to be doing a lot more with this. So once again, text training 516-400-4161. You'll put in your information. It'll automatically send you the link to get today's replay and all the future replays, which live on my YouTube channel. So you can subscribe to the channel, get the replay, be part of this future that we're building here of real estate influencers, and really take advantage of all this. And how many of you have been on these calls before and you really enjoy them? Let everybody know who's new. How many of you are new on the call? Say, I'm new to the call. Let me know in the chat. But I know I get a lot of people that come back every Friday for this. Renee, I enjoy these so much. Repeat, Raul. Thank you, Raul and Renee, many times. They're great, new, always learning from these. So if you're new, you're seeing people get a lot of value on these calls. Text in so that you get part of this, because what I'm building here is really an influencer movement. I feel for you all. I know what you're dealing with, and I want to help you any way I can to get an edge up on the competition. And since you are the top professionals that are doing this every day, I actually want people to list with you, right? Like we don't want people to list with part-time realtors. We want people to list with full-time realtors so they have a amazing over-the-top experience, and the world starts saying the real estate industry is amazing, right? That's really what I'm building here, something bigger than this. So why do I care? Because my mom was a realtor. I saw my mom for years going through this, struggling with technology. She still struggles with technology. My mom was a realtor. She came from Romania in 1968. She got into real estate. She started helping people buy their first home. She got divorced, single mom, raising 2 kids. I got to see her struggling with the bills, doing real estate to make it work. And in the year 2000, I started helping her, being her digital marketing assistant. And she closed the biggest deal of her life, $80,000 commission check. I was like, wow, realtors make a lot of money, but I want to do techie stuff. So I started helping my mom's friends. I started helping brokers. And now I help all of you. And I help some of the biggest brands in the country with their digital marketing. And this is my way to give back. This Friday is like my complimentary training. I do this because I actually really am committed to the industry and I really care about your success here. If you need me to speak at any of your annual events or conferences, I am a speaker. I'm a visioneer, CEO of this company, and I'm happy to come speak at any of your events. I'm excited that this May, I'm going to be at the National Association of Realtors, teamed up with National Association of Realtors, providing training right at the front of the legislative meetings. This is going to be game changing. And I do a lot of talks for NAR. I'm an international speaker. I speak in different countries. I'm a digital marketing expert for those of you that are new on the call. And I've won some awards for this. This is the $10 million award for doing 10 million in revenue just from digital marketing funnels and webinars. Real estate influencer, I'm building this community for all of you. I've got all these great videos on my YouTube channel. Feel free to watch them. They're totally free. How to leverage Facebook, how to leverage Instagram, how to leverage Google, how to leverage realtor.com, all the different things that you need to know about. I've got guidebooks that are complimentary for all of you. These are published in the National Association of Realtors store, how to leverage all of these profiles. If you need that, just text in and say, I need the guidebooks, and we will send you the guidebooks, okay? And I am a top 1% podcaster. Interesting. For all of you that are considering a podcast, the top 1% of podcasts are people that have done at least 30 episodes. If you get to at least 30 episodes, you're actually in the top 1% of podcasters. And these are the kind of people that I've interviewed on my show. If you have a guest that you would like me to interview, please let me know. I've interviewed Elena Cardone. I've interviewed Tony Robbins' son, Tristan Ahumada, Jason Pantana, Gary Ashton, all of these great influencers in the industry. And I'm excited because I just teamed up with the #1 podcast studio in Miami, and we're going to be doing some amazing podcasts. I have one of the best teams in the world doing their best to serve all of you with digital marketing expertise and training. And we've helped over 100,000 real estate professionals to this point. This has been a journey, everybody. 25 years in the business, and we're just getting started. But we've helped over 100,000 agents. We just did the count last week. And these are all the people that we've hit, whether through training, downloaded our guidebooks, did a digital audit, have done something with us, right? And I've got 3 ways to help you besides these trainings. We have a company called realgrader.ai. It's a digital marketing system. We do digital business cards for many of you. If you have the digital card, say, I've got the Instacard, let us know. Let me know if you love your Instacard. So many people love this product. And finally, we have an influencer program to help you with your social media. So that's kind of who I am, what I do, why I'm committed to this. And now let's get into the content. This is the Friday Masterclass. This is what I look forward to all week, is teaching. I am a teacher. I am a coach. I love educating on this stuff because it's fun for me. It really is. So this is the Friday Masterclass on 5 ways to use AI to create content. All right, so we're going to talk about 5 ways to use AI to create content for real estate professionals. Who's excited about this? Let me know in the chat. Feed me some energy. I want to pump it up for the next 45 minutes for you, take it to the next level, show you some crazy stuff, and I'm going to show you the biggest mistake I ever made in my life. Who wants to know the biggest mistake I ever made in my life? And I'm going to show you how even that could be a powerful post on social media. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 ways to create content using AI. Number 5, the biggest mistakes posts. What is the biggest mistake in buying a home? What is the biggest mistake when selling your home? What are the 5 biggest mistakes when staging your home? How to price your home? Biggest mistake posts do extremely well on social media. So if you're like, I don't know what to create, Alex, I don't know what to post, Alex, you should be thinking biggest mistake post. You could literally ask ChatGPT, what is the biggest mistake homeowners make, right? So I did. I went to ChatGPT and I said, what is the biggest mistake in selling a home? Pretty crazy, okay? Watch this. It says, what is the biggest mistake in selling a home is overpricing it from the start. No brainer, right? Yet we do it all the time. It's still a no-brainer somehow, though. Here's why it's such a costly misstep. It discourages serious buyers. It leads to longer days on the market. It can result in price cuts later. You miss the critical first 2 weeks. It just wrote me a whole post that I can put on social media. Mind you, this would also be great in a listing presentation, wouldn't it? Don't you want to tell your homeowner what's the biggest mistake they could make right now in listing a home with you? It's overpricing it. What's the biggest mistake you could make in listing a home with somebody? It's overpricing it. Who agrees? Let me know in the chat. Agree or disagree? Biggest mistake is we don't put the right price on it. That thing's going to stay on the market. You're going to waste a lot of time marketing it. And that's a nightmare for you. That's a nightmare for the homeowner. That is not a good way to do business, right? 100% agree. Look at the comments, right? Great post right here. I just asked AI to write the post. You know how I know this is the biggest mistake? Because I did it. Check this out. I could literally do a post on how I lost $500,000 in real estate. True story. Who wants to hear the true story on how I personally lost $500,000 in real estate? This happened to me. Not fun. I'm still trying to get over it. I'm still trying to get over it. Therapy doesn't solve this, okay? Here's what happened. I bought a house for my family, 30-year mortgage. I was in my early 30s, kid on the way, right? And I'm like, I'm going to buy this beautiful mini mansion in Long Island. I'm going to move out of my house with my family, my mom, and I'm going to buy this house, beautiful house with a pool, with a yard, almost an acre. Awesome. Got me a price, I'll just be straight up. I got the price for $740. Okay, negotiated, got the 30-year loan, all of that. At the same time, I was investing in Miami real estate. I'm like, I don't know if I want to live in Miami. I don't want to live in New York, but I'm going to buy this house. It'll be a great investment either way. A couple of years go by, set up the house, and I go on Zillow when I'm in Miami in my apartment, and I go, you know what? Let's see if I can get an offer on that house in Long Island. Zillow had something called the make me move, make me an offer, make me move thing. Anybody remember this? When Zillow launched this, make me an offer. I was one of the suckers that went on there and said, yeah, make me an offer. Okay, following so far? So I go make me an offer and I put a price of $1 million. I'm like, if I get a $250,000 profit right now, I'll take it. And somebody contacted me on Zillow and said, I would like to make you an offer. They had their agent contact me. Okay. And I'm like, this is amazing. They're contacting me. They're making me an offer, $250,000 profit. Let's go. I'll move to Miami. I'll start over. No problem. They had an agent. I made the biggest mistake of my life. I did not get representation. Okay. I didn't get representation. I tried to negotiate with their agent and I hardballed them and tried to stay at it like 900K. Right? They disappeared. Poof, they were gone. Now I'm like, I want to sell my house. I want to move to Miami. The buyer disappeared. Poof, because I didn't get a realtor and I tried to do it myself. Biggest mistake. I've never done it since, right? Ever since I've always used a realtor. In fact, before that, I always used a realtor. In that moment, I got greedy and I was like, I'll just do it myself. Worst mistake. Who agrees? Worst mistake? You all probably want to scold me right now, but I'm just being honest with you. That was a horrible mistake. So what happens? Then I get a realtor. And at this point, I'm like, I really want that price that was offered to me. So the agent is like, hey, we should lower it. That's not the price you're going to get. That was an unrealistic offer. And I go, yeah, but that was a great offer. Let's keep the price high. I kept the price high. I stayed on the market for 1.5 years in a down market, and I lost money on the house. Okay. Ended up selling it at a really low price. Look at what the house is valued at now. I just went on Zillow this morning, 1.275, right? I lost a lot of money on this house. Biggest mistake, right? So people need to know that the biggest mistake is overpricing. The biggest mistake is not listing with a realtor. So that's a great post for you all. Who feels me on this? And how many of you are like, shame on you, Alex, not using a realtor, huh? I learned my mistake ever since I've used a realtor, because you do what you do best and I do what I do best. I'm a techie. I should stay in the techie lane. You're realtors. I'm going to count on you to do the real estate stuff. Hit me with your comments in the chat. So, what is the biggest mistake in selling a home, right? Is a great post to be posting on social media. And this is the prompt you can ask ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT and say it. What is the biggest mistake in selling a home, right? Jan says, lesson learned. Lisa says, you said it, biggest mistake. Larry says, happened to me in Florida in 2007, 2008. Hey, life happens, right? It's crazy. Not fun. But this is a great post that you can leverage. And you can spin this multiple ways. What's the biggest mistake in buying a home? What's the biggest mistake in overpricing a home? These are great posts that people need to read. Do we all agree this is a great post? You can use this anytime you want. And literally, ChatGPT writes the entire post with hashtags. And at the end of it, ChatGPT says to me, would you like to turn this into a shorter social media post? Or maybe an infographic? It's literally giving me suggestions on how to make this an even better post. So I could just say, yes, please, and it will do it. Just getting started here. Everybody who thinks this is a good, valuable post that you could create today or tomorrow on social media? Excellent. Let's go to another type of post. Number 4, neighborhood posts. You all work in some neighborhood. You all work in some geographic location. You want to tell people about the local area. Neighborhood posts are great. So what do? You go to ChatGPT and say, create a post about the neighborhoods near Miami Beach, near XYZ town, near wherever you do business, from the point of view of a realtor. So all I'm doing, literally, ChatGPT, create a post about neighborhoods near Miami Beach from the point of view of a realtor. Screenshot this, use this, you can reuse this, and watch what ChatGPT provides me. Ready? Boom. Here you go. Here's a polished, engaging post from a realtor's point of view, ideal for social media, your website, or a newsletter. Miami Beach living and the hidden gems just next door. As a realtor who knows the ins and outs of South Florida, I can tell you there's much more to beachside living, and it mentions 5 neighborhoods in the area and what's great about each one, right? It would take me forever to write this. I wouldn't even do it. But if I asked ChatGPT, it literally just created the post. All of you can do this for your local areas, and you should. Then it asks me, would you like a version tailored specifically for Instagram or with hashtags added? I'm like, yes, please. Can I get a side of fries? So boom, it's going to say, here you go, specifically tailored for Instagram with hashtags. Hashtag Miami Real Estate, hashtag Miami Beach Living, hashtag North Bay Village, hashtag Edgewater Miami, hashtag Surfside Life. It doesn't get better than this, everybody. This is a super hyper local post created by ChatGPT in seconds. Yes, you are going to get the recording of this. Who thinks this is a great, easy post that they could use? Pick your neighborhood, pick your neighborhoods. Ask ChatGPT to write a post from the point of view of a realtor. One more time, the prompt is create a post about the neighborhoods near Miami Beach from the point of view of a realtor. I'm not going to write it from scratch. I'm going to let ChatGPT do it. And look at how beautiful it did it with icons, with hashtags, ready to go. And then I said, yeah, and Lisa, great question. You literally just copy and paste it from ChatGPT. Now, if you want to, you can edit it slightly and add your own little hashtag, add your own little mention, but this stuff is pretty ready to go. And then it's literally asked me, would I like a version for Instagram? And I'm like, yes, please. And then here's a version for Instagram. Robin, great question. Should I add a photo? Well, you can, and you could take a local area photo that you have, or you could upload a local area photo that you have. Big news release, ChatGPT 4 has just released image creation for free. You can upload a photo to ChatGPT and say, make a post out of it. I absolutely recommend ChatGPT Plus. I use ChatGPT Plus, but even if you're on the free version, right, it's still going to do amazing work for you. So I could literally ask it to make an image for me. I could upload an image of myself or upload an image of my local area and ask it to take that image and make a cartoon out of it, make a surrealist photo out of it, make it a post for my social media with a realtor and an open house sign, whatever you want. The playing field in marketing is getting leveled, everybody. AI is going to level the playing field in marketing. So either you're going to take advantage of this stuff or you're going to compete with agents that do. And honestly, from what I've shown you so far, is this not going to save you time? Like who already sees that this is going to save you a lot of time in just the idea of writing a post? If you just blocked 5 minutes at the beginning of your day to say, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write me a post today, you'd be good to go. That's probably more than what most of us are doing. Most of us are not posting every day because we don't want to think of how creative we need to be. I'm literally giving you the prompts, right? And what's beautiful about this is it's custom for each of you because your neighborhoods, Robert, are different than Jan's, are different than Dina's, are different than Jacqueline, right? Laura says, ask for daily posts for 30 days. Yeah, I'm getting there, Laura. We could ask for a whole series of posts, right? So this is pretty wild stuff, right? So far, so good. We following? If you're following, say I'm following. If you're lost or I'm going too fast, say I'm lost, you're going too fast, Alex. Just want to get a feel for the room. And it's okay if you're lost and I'm going too fast. I'm going to slow it down, but I just want to get a feel. Following, following, following. Awesome. All right. Who loves books, inspiring people? What's your favorite author? Let me know in the chat. Who's your favorite author? I'm about to go into inspiring posts. Marie says Tony Robbins. Kathy says Lee Child. We've all got some favorite author, some inspiring person in our life. Like for me, these are real people that I've been in the rooms with. Dr. DeMartini, Seth Godin, Keith Cunningham, Hal Elrod, Robin Sharma. These are pictures with me and them. These are inspiring people to me that I follow. James Clear, Chris Voss, right? So what if you went on social media on ChatGPT and created an inspiring post? What would that look like? So you all put your favorite authors. Write me an inspirational post for my audience using Robin Sharma quotes. Or Kathy, you write an inspiring post for my audience using Lee Child quotes. Or Shauna, write me an inspiring post using Sarah Knight quotes. Or Jack Sullivan, write me an inspiring post for my audience using Chris Voss post. Or Mike, write me an inspiring post for my audience using James Clear posts about atomic habits, right? Creative content written by AI has to do with something you love and you're passionate about. So it's actually speaking to you and your audience. Make sense? So I went to ChatGPT and I said, write me an inspirational post for my audience using Robin Sharma quotes. Boom. You were born to lead your life, not just manage it. Robin Sharma. Too often we play small. We shrink ourselves to fit into routines, expectations, and comfort zones. But as Robin Sharma says, don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life. Whether it's in your career, your mindset, your relationships, or your next big move, you're meant to grow, stretch, and rise. And hashtag lead your life, hashtag Robin Sharma. So many people would relate to this who love Robin Sharma, just like I do. Can you see where I'm going? Maybe Wednesday is inspirational post day. So you take your favorite author and you ask ChatGPT to write an inspiring post using a quote from your favorite author. How many people got this one? Pretty easy, right? Pretty awesome. I want to be inspiring. I may not be a best-selling author, but Robin Sharma is, and I can use his quotes to write inspiring content. Who's following? But check this out. This is where it got wild for me. I then said, yeah, Kathy says, hope for the best, Plim. She's got a post right there, right from ChatGPT in seconds. So then I said this. It actually, no, wait, I didn't even say this. This was the craziest thing. ChatGPT asked me, hey, do you want to customize this to your real estate audience or your personal brand and voice? I'm like, yes. I just put the word yes, and it goes, perfect. Here's a post for your real estate audience. Check this out. So you heard the previous post. It said, you were born to lead your life, not just manage it, Robin Sharma. Every home tells a story, but before you unlock the door to your dream home, you've got to unlock something bigger, your mindset. As a realtor in Miami, I've seen it over and over. The most successful buyers, investors, and agents are just chasing homes. They're building legacies. Yes, it can feel overwhelming. Yes, it can be messy. Change is hard at first. So you're not just choosing square footage, you're choosing your future. What? ChatGPT just did that. Is that wild? So not only can you take your favorite author, but you can spin it to say, speak to my real estate audience from my favorite author's point of view as a realtor. Wild, right? Who thinks that's wild? Let me get a wild in the chat. If you think it's wild, put wild in the chat. Wild, right? I was blown away. I love this stuff, as you can see. This stuff is so fun for me because, listen, we're all creative, but to get that creative juices flowing, right? When my kids are asking me to make breakfast and take them to school, right? When my clients are calling me for support, like I can't get that creative sometimes. Sometimes I need a little bit of love. And ChatGPT is sitting there going, use me, use me. And I go, all right, I'll use you. And boom, content. You just have to get content out. And here's the thing, everybody. This is what I learned this weekend. 90%, 95% of the world consume. 5% of the world create. So are you consuming content on social media, or are you creating content on social media? 95% of realtors sell homes. Sorry, 5% of realtors sell homes. 95% don't sell that much. So are you selling homes, or are you on the other side? In order to sell, we have to create. We have to be in front of our people, in front of our audience. Leverage ChatGPT and AI to create content, and you will save time. Tons of time. Make sense? Here's another one. It actually asked me this. Do you want a version in Spanish? And it translated the whole post. This blew me away. So if you're bilingual by any means, or like you want to hit two audiences at once, you can literally ask ChatGPT to translate the post. Mind blowing. Then I said, you know what? Let me try another author. See if it's just as good. Write an inspirational quote using Hal Elrod's quotes about Miracle Morning. How many people read Miracle Morning? If you haven't, great book, great practice. My kids do it. I do it. Miracle Morning. This guy has spoken to real estate audiences. It's about creating a powerful morning. Anyway, the point is, I love this guy, Hal Elrod. And so I said, write me a post. And it said, how I start my morning is how I show up for my clients, my business, and my life. In real estate, every day brings new challenges, new opportunities, and new people to serve. That's why I protect my mornings like gold. Side note, how many of us protect our mornings like gold? If you protect your morning, say, I do. And if you don't, you get it, right? We just get distracted, so many distractions, so many things we have to take care of in our lives. But here's a great way to save time so that you can focus on the things that you love. Marie says, what if I could ask ChatGPT to leverage a just closed listing in an educational way to help sellers not showing off? Perfect, Marie. Hold that thought, because I have something on that too. You're right on the target there, though. Right? So this is how you create inspirational content. So we talked about neighborhood content, right? We talked about biggest mistake content. We talked about inspirational content. Number 2, Google review posts. I see a lot of realtors getting Google reviews. That's great. Each one of them could be a post. But one of the reasons we don't post, let me know if I'm right here, is we don't want to show off, right? You're not just going to take the Google review and go, look, another satisfied customer, everybody. I got 5 stars. Yay. Right? It's kind of getting boring. A lot of people are doing this, right? It's like, oh, another 5-star for you. Congratulations, right? But if we tell it in a different way, if we change the context, we tell it in the way of a story, it has more value, right? So we have to provide it in an educational way or a storytelling way. And now I would read your 5-star review. So I took a client of ours, Anna. Anna has given me permission to use her as an example, and she got this amazing Google review. So I copied the Google review and I went to ChatGPT and I said, take this Google review and make it a nice post for social media that tells a story on how I help as a realtor using some quotes from the client. So I'm not just taking the 5-star review and plopping it on Facebook and going, look, everybody, look at me. I'm a 5-star agent, which is what most people do. I'm taking the review and I'm asking ChatGPT to twist it into more of a story on how I provide value and maybe use some of the quotes that my client talked about. Who thinks that would be a little cooler, a little different, right? So I asked ChatGPT to do it. And boom, look what it wrote. Every home sale has a story. And this one was all about trust, teamwork, and results. When my clients reached out, they were ready for a big change, but naturally they had questions and concerns about the selling process. From the very beginning, my mission was clear: be responsive, stay professional, handle every detail with care, make the process as smooth and fast as possible. Their words say it best. Anna went above and beyond to ensure every detail was handled. Her expertise in the market was evident through the entire process. With a customized marketing strategy and constant communication, their home sold much faster than anticipated, a true win. And knowing I made a difference means everything. She made what can be often a stressful experience so much easier. Helping families move forward confidently is what I love doing. If you're ready to sell or just want to understand your options, I'm here to guide you. DM me anytime. Isn't that way better than just taking a 5-star review, turning it into a Canva post and going, look at me, everybody, I got another 5-star review? You could use their name. You could not use their name and just tell a story. But who thinks this is a little bit better than just a 5-star review post? Let me know. Yes, no, maybe so. And this was in seconds, everybody. So if you want to customize it, you want to take it to the next level, you can run with it. All I did, once again, take this Google review and make it a nice post for social media that tells a story on how I help as a realtor. Use some of the quotes from the client. That's all the prompt was. Notice in the simplicity of the questions. I think this is where we get bogged down. We're like, well, what should I ask ChatGPT? What should the prompt be? Just make it simple. Let ChatGPT do the work. Maybe it'll say, would you like more of a realtor tone? Would you like it to be more inspiring? Would you like this? Would you like that? It is getting that smart. Everybody, you just inherited a free assistant. I don't think everybody realized this. There was VAs that we were paying $3, $10, $15 an hour. There were assistants that we were paying $20, $30, $40 an hour. And now you have ChatGPT for free assisting you with pretty much whatever you want. Just saying, I like free help. I'll take it because I need help, right? I'll be the first to admit I need a lot of help. There's a lot of things I need support on, right? So this is just another way to leverage free help with simple questions to create content. And if you just blocked your calendar in the morning, 5 minutes to ask ChatGPT a question for my social media, and you took the question, you copied the response, and you posted it, even if you didn't put an image, would be better than nothing. And then you just ask ChatGPT to make the image too. So watch this. This was just another one I got for Instagram, because I said, write it for Facebook, write it for Instagram, and then I said, write it for LinkedIn, right? And then I said, hey, can you create a cartoon image for me to post with this using a photo of me? Literally asking ChatGPT 4.0 included for free, would you please create an image of a cartoon with 5 stars? And I upload a photo of Anna. That's all I did. I asked, it said, give me the photo. I uploaded the photo. Boom. How nice is that? Different than your typical post, right? Let's get a little creative, everybody. Ask for a surrealist version. Ask for a cartoon version. Ask for the comic book version. Ask for the superhero version. Have fun with it. Have a little fun. Who thinks this one's pretty cool? Like, it kind of looks like Anna. And people will be like, oh, that was a cool photo, right? Little different. So we can spin this so many different ways, right? Awesome. I'm glad you're all loving this. These are just some ideas to get the juices flowing, right? I just want to get the juices flowing. Now, the last one, and I got some bonuses for you. The last one is listing posts. Now, I don't love listing posts. And I know we have to get them out because our clients are like, I want you to share my listing. And you're like, I want to get a buyer for your property. So you have to post listing posts, right? But I got to say, and I think nobody's going to take offense to this, the listing posts are boring, right? We have to get a little more creative with our listing posts. So I was really thinking about this. I'm like, how do I help you guys make it so easy to take a listing and make a more creative post? So let's take a listing like this. Anna has this listing for $468,000 and it's on realtor.com, right? It could be on Zillow, it could be on homes.com, it could be on our website. It doesn't matter. You all have a listing somewhere that you're selling or a rental or whatever. And you've got a property description, right? Who's got a listing right now for sale? Say, I got a listing. Put it in the chat. I got a listing. I got a listing, right? We all got a listing somewhere. And if you don't have a listing, you're trying to get a listing, right? Teresa says, I have 2. I got a few. Awesome. So we take the listing description from wherever, and we go to ChatGPT and we do something like this. Write a post about this property, but make it more of a nice story about the property that would inspire someone to buy. Pretty basic, right? Write a post about the property, but make it more of a nice story, like a really enchanting story or something inspiring that somebody would want to buy it, right? So I took a general description off realtor.com and it says, of course, could you please share some details about the property or a link or a description or photos? It's literally asking me to give it a link or a description or photos. And it says, I'll craft a beautiful, inspiring story post that would spark emotional connection with potential buyers. Do you even have an assistant that speaks to you like that? I don't. Like, that's amazing. The ChatGPT is like, of course, Alex, how can I help you today? Oh, please just give me some Give me the link and I will create this inspiring post that's going to spark emotional connection with potential buyers. I just need a few details, the location, the type of home, the key features, any feeling stuff, whatever. And I didn't even get creative, everybody. I said, that's great. You're so nice, ChatGPT, but I'm just going to drop the description text. Literally, I'm going to copy it from realtor.com raw or Zillow, and I'm going to, boom, just drop it in. I didn't separate it. I didn't comma it. I didn't clean it up, nothing. Just took it, pam. Let's see what happens. Look at this beautiful post that it immediately came back with. A new chapter begins. Well, hold on. I'm going to read it the first way. You tell me what the difference. Welcome to your dream home. This beautifully remodeled 1,698 square foot residence offers 4 spacious bedrooms, a versatile den, and 3 modern bathrooms, providing ample space for a growing family. The addition of guest quarters ensures privacy and comfort for visitors or extended family. The heart of the home boasts a contemporary kitchen. I can go on. Anna did a great job with the description. Pretty much what most realtors do, right? They write a description that looks like this. Okay. Mind you, this is way better than what we used to have. My mom used to post a listing in the New York Times or in Newsday, some newspaper, and it was literally like abbreviated letters like LVRM for living room. Right? Now, at least we write a nice description. We got more space to work with, but I asked ChatGPT to take it to the next level. A new chapter begins here. Imagine waking up each morning in a space that feels like it was made just for you. This beautifully remodeled home isn't just move-in ready, it's ready for memories. With 4 spacious bedrooms and a versatile den, there's room for every dream, a nursery, a home office, a guest suite, or simply more space to grow. The contemporary kitchen, outfitted with brand new plumbing and modern electrical updates, is the heart of it all, where Sunday breakfasts, holiday dinners, and late night talks will come to life. Are you kidding me? Like, amazing or not amazing, and I'm just getting started. And beyond your front door, top-rated schools within walking distance, the excitement of the district just a short walk away. All that's missing now is you. This isn't just a house. This is where your story begins. Let's make it yours. Hashtag, hashtag, hashtag. Amazing. Hashtag amazing. Right? Like, why are we wasting time even writing property descriptions anymore? Go to AI and ask ChatGPT to write a whole story about this amazing property. In fact, talk about trying to win a listing over another agent. I would take a listing description that an agent put on realtor.com. This is just, I just came up with this. If you wanted to win the listing over an expiring listing, I would take the description from realtor.com and say, so I know the listing's expiring, and part of it might be there was no real story about your amazing home. I'm sure you've had many, many years living in this home that created memories for your whole family. And I wanted to rewrite the description and tell the story of your amazing home, because I've driven by it so many times and I see your kids playing in the yard and I'm thinking to myself, whatever family moves in here, they're going to have the most amazing life here. So I just wanted to write this beautiful story. And if you're open to a conversation about me listing your home and coming up with creative ideas on how to describe your property in a way that's going to really inspire buyers to emotionally connect to your home, I'd love to talk to you. Can we do this? Yes. How many people think that actually might actually work in a lot of cases on an expiring listing, right? Like, we have to get more creative, everybody. There's 1.6 million realtors. A lot of them are doing the same thing, right? So if you do something a little more creative, you create a little more story, and then you roll that into a story on social media, boom, that's magic. Thank you, Marie. Marie's like, could be best idea of the day. There's so much opportunity here, everybody. Like, I'm like getting goosebumps thinking about the opportunities here. Like, if I started building my own real estate company, forget about it. But all of you have access here to this amazing assistant and just limitless creativity that can roll out of this, right? So how many people would take this on, rewriting your own property descriptions using AI in a way that's going to be more inspiring? Let me know how many people love the listing post concept. Count me in. Jan says yes. Love it. Nishi says yes, yes, yes. Gonna do it as soon as this is over. I love it. Awesome. So happy to hear that. And then I said, can you write it for Instagram? And it said, here it is for Instagram, a shorter version, right? Step into a home that feels like it was designed with your next chapter in mind. And then I said, write it for LinkedIn. So ChatGPT actually knows the tone for Facebook, the tone for Instagram, the tone for LinkedIn. So whenever you're writing a post, I'm just throwing it out there for you all. You could even ask it to rewrite it for each channel if you wanted to. Now you could copy and paste it on all three, but if you want to take the extra moment to ask it to write you the LinkedIn version or the Instagram version or the Facebook version, it'll do that too. Pretty wild, right? Here's another great idea. Guess the price. Don't put the price. Ask ChatGPT to write the post in a way that is going to spark interest where people have to guess the price. So the subject line might be, guess the price, Phoenix Dream Home Edition. And no, it's not a flip. It's fully remodeled and move-in ready. And you give all the specifics and you say, what do you think this home is listed for? Drop your guesses below. And you wait for the comments. This is how you're going to get more engagement, right? Because people want to know the price. Many times we're just revealing the price because we think that's the best way to go. But what if we said, guess the price? Now you'd get 2 posts. You'd get the one where we tell the story and we say, guess the price. And then we get another post, maybe a day later, where we reveal the price, right? So we do a reveal post. So a listing post, a guess the price post, and then a reveal post. You could do either the listing or the guess the price, and then you do the grand reveal and you say, perfect, here's the follow-up. The guesses are in, and here's the answer. If you guessed around 449,000, you nailed it. This house is listed at 449,000. Who's tried this out? I haven't even gone to Google Gemini yet, Jen. This is just in ChatGPT world, right? But I used Google Gemini too, so we can play games there too. But this is amazing, right? Like, guess the price post, reveal the price post, or just reveal the whole thing telling a story, but do something different, right? You could even have fun in Canva creating like guess the price as an image with the house. How many people love this one, the guess the price? Awesome. Let's keep going here. I got 7 more minutes. Who wants to keep going? I got 2 more to show you. If you want to keep going, say, let's keep going, Alex. 7 more minutes. Here we go. All right. What if you want to post an entire series of posts, right? Or you want to just you want to get more posts. Check this out. Create a prompt. So I asked ChatGPT to create the prompt. I was giving you the prompts. But if I want a whole series of posts, I should say, hey, create a prompt of what not to do as a first-time home buyer, or create a prompt on what are the 5 biggest mistakes. So now it's going to create a whole series of questions that I don't even need to think about. This is next level, everybody. I gave you the questions. Now I'm saying, go to ChatGPT and say, what are the questions? You follow me? This is like more advanced. So I say, give me the prompt, and it says, here's the prompt. Write a social media post listing the top 5 mistakes first-time home buyers should avoid. So it gave me the prompt, and now I can copy the prompt and go ask ChatGPT again. And this was the example, right? Thinking about buying your first home, avoid these rookie mistakes: skipping the pre-approval, falling in love too fast, emptying your savings, ignoring inspections, not asking questions. So far, so good. So then it gives me prompt number 1. Write a social media post listing the top mistakes home buyers make. That's a great prompt. Prompt number 2, write a post about the biggest financial mistakes first home buyers make when buying a home. That's another post. Here's a third one. What are some house hunting mistakes? Create a post about the top mistakes buyers make during house hunting. Include things like falling in love too quickly. How many of you had a client you were taking around, they fell in love too quickly with the home? Ignoring the resale value, skipping the inspection, right? That's a great post right there. Buying with emotions instead of logic, or in my case, selling with emotions instead of logic. I could have just held on to that house and rented it, and I'd be $500,000 richer, right? So buying or selling with emotions versus logic is a great post. Write a short post why it's a mistake to buy a home basically pure on emotions. Give an example of a common situation. Skipping expert help. That's a great one. Create a post why skipping working with a real estate agent is the biggest mistake for first-time buyers or for sellers like me, right? Skipping expert help cost me a lot of money. You could even share my story. I know this guy that tried not to use a realtor and he lost $500K. Or here's a post, how somebody lost $500K not using an agent. I mean, you can go on and on, right? Like the idea is just keep going. But the idea is you want to use your assistant, your ChatGPT assistant, right, to create this content. How many people love these right here? And then bonus ideas. These came from ChatGPT. These are not even my bonus ideas. It said, would you like a carousel with each mistake on one slide for a swipe through post? Would you like a story series so that you have 5 days and 5 stories, 1 mistake per day? Would you like a reel idea on how to create a reel or a script for the biggest mistakes? No shortage of ideas here, everybody. No shortage of content, just a shortage on execution. But now you have the prompts to execute. So how many of you have seen 5 posts? And I got one more thing to show you. Last thing for 3 minutes. How many of you saw at least 1 post you could use, 2 posts you could use, 3, 4, 5, 10, 30? Put the number. How many posts did I just give you prompts for that you can use in your business? Jen says 3. Marie says all of them. RJ says 10. Renee says several. Sean is endless. That's where I want you to be. Endless, limitless. I love it. This creates unlimited possibilities. You must have the premium version. Of course I do. But you can do a lot with the free version. Lisa says 5. Roxanne says lots. Awesome. Oh, by the way, it created this graphic. I didn't create it. It created it in seconds with all the top 5 mistakes. And the last thing I'll share with you is relationships matter, right? You're all here because you found out about me somehow and you got all these creative ideas and now you can flow, right? It's about getting in the right rooms. So all my life, I've been getting in these rooms where I'm learning from people that are doing much more than me at a much higher level. And I'm like, wow, I'm learning, I'm educating, I'm getting ideas and getting more creative. So I've been in rooms with like Dave Ramsey, Sean Cannell, who we just had on, Hal Elrod, Robin Sharma, Keith Cunningham, Dr. DeMartini. And here's Dan Fleischman. And I was just in a room this weekend. He created the event Aspire. Anybody been to an Aspire conference? They're happening all over the country right now. They're bringing the best speakers together. So I happened to ask Dan, how would you create an open house post? Okay, open house post. And he shared, he was at this event, he was talking about real estate and posting. He heard me ask Tai Lopez, I asked him a question on how to create content for realtors. Tai Lopez's answer was not G-rated, so I'm not playing it because it was like a lot of language in there. But it was an awesome answer. But I do have Dan Fleischman's answer on how to create an amazing open house post with creativity. Who wants to hear this? I have it on video. It's a short 3-minute video. I can play it right now. Who's game to listen to this? I'm telling you, this right here will change how you advertise open houses. So take a listen. Just let me know in the chat if the audio is good. Let's go back here. Whoops. Let's go play it. Here we go.
It's $1.4 million, 1,600 square feet, right on the water.
Can you hear?
And I post and say, I'm going to have this open house this Sunday at 12 o'clock. This condo is $1.4 million, and that's it, right? So Sunday, 12 o'clock, $1.4 million, 1,600 square feet, condo in Brickell. Versus you, who makes content on Tuesday saying, hey, guess what, guys? Getting ready for the open house. This Sunday, I'm going to make some final changes. Should I get this refrigerator, the metallic cone, or should I get this all white one? Comment below what you guys think. Then on Wednesday, you're back at the condo. Hey guys, I got the cleaning crew here getting ready for this Sunday's open house. It's Sunday at 12 o'clock. I'm really excited about it. By the way, we're adding in a Ring security system. Did you guys know that if you add a Ring security system, it costs about $3,200, but it raises the value by over $15,000 on the property? Let me show you guys why I have Ring on the front and back patios of this condo. Thursday. See where I'm going?
Can you all hear it okay?
We actually just got a brand new tile. We're going to put it here inside the bathroom. We just refinished it. We spent $19,000 doing this, to remodel the bathroom here. Friday, almost time, guys. This Sunday, 12 o'clock, $1.4 million. This condo's amazing. We freaking got a whole crane to bring up these trees to put on the patio here. Look at these trees on the patio. The people that are watching Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday feel a part of that condo. Versus, I'm just saying I have an open house this Sunday at 12 o'clock. There's a very finite amount of people that can afford $1.4 million. A very finite amount of people that can want to buy a condo right now in that area that don't already have a house, etc. There's a very small amount of humans that want to buy that condo. So my conversion rate's very low based on audience to get them to come Sunday at 12 o'clock to this open house. Versus you who posted Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the tiles, security system, the trees, everything about it, the refrigerator, we feel a part of it. The audience feels a part of it. They might forward it to their friends. They might post about your open house. They might text their mom, aunt, uncle, grandma, someone that might be a buyer of your condo, versus your audience. Like for me, if I just posted 12 o'clock Sunday for open house, not that many conversions, not that many people will show up. Yours would crush it because people feel a part of your condo.
So the idea here is how many people heard that and how many people did not. The audio wasn't that great, but it's a little hard when I'm sharing audio. But here's the idea. You have an open house coming up, right? It's on Saturday. And versus you just posting, hey, I have an open house on Saturday. Here's the time, here's the place, all of that. You tease it throughout the week, right? So on day one, you say, I have this open house on Saturday. And I just want to ask you all, do you think this is a good way to position the kitchen? Or like, do you think we should move around the chairs? And you start engaging your audience, because the truth is 95, 99% of people are not going to buy that open house. But you want them to be part of the journey that you're a realtor that's doing their job, right? And they're going to look at you and go, wow, Renee shares every day about the open houses that she sells. First of all, that shows your commitment. Number two, everybody gets to be a part of the journey and participate and comment and chime in. And maybe they have somebody who's interested. Maybe it's not for them, but they're like, wow, that's a beautiful view of this place. You know, and like, hey, we're up on this balcony. I'm thinking of putting some trees out here for the open house. How many of you think I should get the big trees versus the small trees? How many think this or this? Should we install a ring system? Oh, by the way, this has a ring system. How many of you have seen the ring systems that exist in these houses lately? You can control the air conditioning. So everything about the house becomes a piece of content that you can share versus the house is the content. That's where I think I just want you to shift your mindset that it's not about the property. It's about the journey to the property selling, or it's about the journey of you staging the home, or it's about the journey of working with the client. That's where all the juice and the content comes out, right? So you want to not just turn an open house into one post, but have it be a journey of how you're creating this amazing open house concept, right? Does everybody get that? If you're getting that, if you didn't get it, just say, I didn't get it, Alex. I'm not sure what you're saying. That's fine. But I just want to see if you like that approach. We have to share more of the journey than the actual asset that is the property. The properties are boring for most of the people, except for the person who falls in love for the home, right? You've got a $10 million listing. Great. I can't buy it. but I'd love the journey to see what the backyard looks like. I'd love to know the story behind the home. I'd love to know when the home was built, who was built by, who lived here. Anybody watch that movie with Tom Hanks where like they show all the stories of that same home? I love that movie, by the way. But there's so many stories about the property, and we need to get creative in sharing the stories within the home. In this living room, you know, these things have happened, and look at this couch, and you could see the wear and tear on this couch because this family actually enjoyed their living room versus their kids staying in their bedrooms, like it's happening in my house right now. I'm trying to get them in the living room. It's a living room for living, not a bedroom for sleeping. Anyway, it's a rant there, but you get the idea. Let's get creative and let's share the entire journey and use the AI to leverage the concepts and ideas, right? So that's all for today. Those were 5 ways to create content using AI. If you need me for an office event, for a trade show, for a conference, you know somebody who needs a great speaker, you know where to find me. Share this with your friends. Have them text training to 516-400-4161. If this is your first time hearing one of my trainings, I hope you loved it. You can join in, get present for next training. For the month of May, I'm going to be so focused on training you all on Google, taking Google to the next level, posting on Google, getting reviews on Google, what to do with Google to get ranked as the top local realtor. It's a huge opportunity. I'm doing a whole series. So text training, share it with your friends. And finally, if you want to give me a 5-star review, share the value of the content that you learned today. This is what really drives me, is hearing from all of you, that you're really actually taking action, that you're enjoying the knowledge, the expertise, you're implementing it in your business. If you want to go to realgraderreview.com, give me a 5-star review, share some nice words. I would love to hear them from you. Thank you. Marie says, I will, because you're humble and so nice, knowledgeable. Really appreciate it. I did share with many agents. Thank you so much, Marie. I'm glad you're all enjoying this. This is what I live for, really, is just to be able to provide education and training that's going to help you take it to the next level in your business. To get the recording, Nishi, you just subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you text training and you will get the link for the recordings. We share the replays all the time. Again, give us a 5-star review at Real Grader Review and invite a friend. InfluencerExpertTraining.com is the link for every Friday call. So share what would be great for me just to end this call. Share what your biggest takeaway was. What's something you're going to implement for your business? Share it in the chat. That way you know you're going to take it to the next level. The name of our YouTube is Real Grader Alex Montalenti. And if you text training, it'll automatically send you the link to the YouTube. Renee says stories of homes and such is her biggest takeaway. Awesome. How about for the rest of you? What's your biggest takeaway? Open house post series. I love that. Yep. That's a great one from Dan Fleischman. Creating content that the public will actually read. I love that. Absolutely, Jayanta. You can invite anybody to the training. Lisa says, I enjoyed every aspect. I feel confident, inspired. There was so much. I will watch it again. Harpreet says, open house and stories of listings. Nishi says, guess the price post. Requesting to create a prompt, says RJ. I love that. Awesome, everybody. Well, thank you so much. You have the link to give us a 5-star review. If you'd be so kind, I've been here for an hour, giving you tremendous value. If you could give us 5 stars, we're on our way to getting 1,500 Google reviews right now. We're at 1,100. And we want to be known as the company that has the most Google reviews in the real estate space. So if you could take a few minutes, click on the link, provide us a 5-star review, we would so appreciate it. And have a productive week, and let us know how you're getting success with these posts, with these different prompts, and take advantage of AI, because it's literally a free assistant for you all. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.